Hi everyone, it's Sweeting Dragon. So I decided to just go through with the ink swatching of my bottles and not redo it with another style. These are all my green inks. I'm quite curious how this will pan out in the end because green is one of my biggest collection right now, and it will be interesting to see how different from each bottle to each bottle and whether my purchases are really worth it. Let's say it like that. Let's get to it. The first ink that I'm going to swatch is this Diamine Appletini. I got this bottle from one of my fountain pen club member. After using or swatching the Inkvent bottle, they decided to give it away. I need to check what year this one is. 2022. I just love how bright the color of this Appletini is. And I have a soft spot for green inks that are leaning to green. Look at that, so beautiful. Okay, second is one of the most famous green inks in the whole world. It's Rohrer Klingner Goldgrun. And this ink does deserve its attention. It gets... Ooh, there's a big blob of ink over there. What I really love from Ron Klingner inks in general is that it's very easy to clean out compared to the other inks. And plus, this color itself is very pleasant. It's like there's something like a rustic feeling that goes with it. At the same time, it also feels modern. I need to ink that ink more than once. Okay, next time, Fee, you need to ink the outward rune. Alright, next up is Herbin Vert Empire. So I got this one lower than the price of the retail because someone was selling it on the Marktplatz, which is the local online platform for people to sell their things in the Netherlands. Okay. Well, Fourth Empire is not really the type of color that I like. It's too dark and not as heavy as I wanted it to be. But I cannot really pass the opportunity to get another ink bottle, of course, as an ink dragon. The next ink is Taccia Uguisu. It's one of my most favorite yellowish green. because of the shading, and it also behaves or look differently depending on the paper, although not by much, of course. I really like the standard line of Taccia. It's much more affordable as well, although there are not that many retailers selling this particular line. It looks darker here, maybe because of the amount of ink as well, because previously it's like a yellowish green, just like this sticker on top. Or maybe it will dry to a different color. Yeah, I think I can see it a little bit in there. It dries to a lighter green. Interesting. I don't think I have ever seen that before. Alright, okay, on this Rhodia paper, you can see how it looks on another paper. We will compare it once it dries. And it flows so well. It's like one dip, I can still have this much ink left, and it's very smooth. Swatching some of these inks makes me think that I miss some of those and I need to ink them more often. Well, there's like this statement that if you want to buy something but you really shouldn't do that, then you can shop your own stash, which was something that I'm planning to do this year or next year because I have too much inks right now. Okay, and next up is Colorverse Walk the Dog. So I got this ink at last year's Dutch Pen Show. There was this one seller that sells his own ink and also some Colorverse ink in Dutch Pen Show from Taunus Ink that I mentioned before. I first bought this bottle because of the name. Yeah, I feel like there are lots of inks with cat's name, but there are not that many with dog's name. I think this might be the only one that I'm aware of even. So the color itself is way too light to my preference, and if I put it on the pen as well, it needs to be very wet, otherwise I cannot really see the writing. It's like the younger, the lighter brother or sister of Althotrun. So I don't need to buy that ink, but I buy it anyway because of the name. What are the inks that you buy because of the name? There should be some, right? And are the colors fit to what you are thinking about that name? Okay, next up is my Diamine Sherwood Green. I bought this as one of my first bottle because it is very famous in the fountain pen community. But I gotta say that I'm quite disappointed in this color because I'm imagining it to be like a dark green with lots of drama in it. No, that's not the right word. I'm imagining it to be a very rich color, but what I get is not what I imagine. I don't know if it is really the color of the ink that don't fit me, or if it is, if the bottle that I get is not Sherwood green. I don't know. I have made tons of ink samples from this bottle that I only have like around this much left, and I cannot wait to just finish off the bottle because of that. And I have much more interesting greens in here already that I can use instead of this Sherwood green. Well, now that I look at it right now here, it's actually quite nice. So, maybe I just need to revisit it sometime. It's funny that how I say one thing on the minute before and then after I swatch it, I say another thing completely opposite. Totally uncensored fee and her thoughts with inks. I have many thoughts about inks. Okay, where to go next? Alright, this bottle is a ink of Pennonia Fenyves. So Mate from Pennonia brought some inks to try on the table. Was it a year ago or 2 years ago? I think it was a year ago. And in the end, he gave away some of these inks, which I am very grateful for because from this point on, I am a big fan of Pennonia. Their inks are also nice. And some of them are also fun with the UV light and stuff. And I think the main thing that I like about Pennonia ink is their performance and how nice the colors are, of course. Yeah, Pennonia Fenyves is like a dark green. It's leaning more towards blackish green. And I remember feeling it inside a pen, and the color that comes out when writing is quite close to being black. But it's not black, it's a green, just a very dark green. And there's like a richness coming out from the ink pen when I fill it with this, that I just cannot stop writing with it. Okay. I think from this point on, the inks are more leaning on the bluish side. Okay, this Herbin ink is from the Ferris collection. It's a Metropolitain. I also love this color so much. It's like the green is dark and rich, and it's like just the kind of green that I like. I fell in love with it immediately. I need to check where to put the line. Like, look at this. It's such a rich type of green. I enjoyed every second when I ink this ink. I'm thinking now that considering how much ink I put inside the water and the tissue, I probably should prepare like a second paper and just make art with it. Okay, I think I will do that for the next inks forward, so that I don't really waste any of the inks because they're all nice inks. This one is done. Okay, next up is Diamine Goldgrun. I am pretty sure that I don't buy this ink, but I cannot really remember where I got it from. Maybe it's also Touch Pen Show. I made lots of ink samples with this, that there is only this much ink left. I think from memory the color is quite similar to Vert Metropolitain from Herbin. That's why I prefer that one over this one, but we will see how this goes. Oh, it's bluer. It's a cool green indeed. So it's like a turquoise. I feel like I take more time cleaning the brush nib rather than doing the swatch by itself. Did I already say that before? I'm getting a deja vu, so I probably did. Okay, another Taccia ink. It's Midori. Also behave and works beautifully. I really think I should have more Taccia ink just because I really like their performance in general, but I still haven't made the jump yet. Oh, so good. I really love this green. It's just so vibrant. Oh, so good. It's like a pure green. There is like an enough darkness and lightness in it. Reminds me a lot of the nature, like a green leaves, green. So good. That's so good. Oh, leaf green. So I just inked it just this week. This is from Dominant Industry, and my very first expensive ink bottle. I first came across this ink from my very first pen meet, and when I tried someone's pen with this, I just fell in love so much. I tried to find a dupe in Diamine and Herbin, but it's such a unique color that I cannot find the dupes for. And I am glad that I buy this ink bottle because I just love this color. If we look at it, it's quite similar to Ukiyo-e, although Ukiyo-e have more freshness to it, while leaf print is much more natural in a way. Though I love both equally, and I don't think I can choose between the two which one I like more, because they are, even though they look similar, they are different from each other. Next up is this bottle of Ferris wheel press. It's moss spark green, and I got this from my Secret Santa last December. I don't have any other similar green in my collection, so I'm really glad that I got this ink bottle, and it's also fun. In some paper, there are some complexity that goes with this ink. And it's just like pale enough to be legible. Although I admit that if I were to buy an ink bottle myself, then I would probably not buy something this light, because I'm very concerned about legibility in general, except when the name of the ink is like Walk the Dog, of course. So Secret Santa is a great way for me to discover new things and get things that I don't usually buy for myself. Okay, we only have 4 inks left. Ooh, that goes quite fast. Okay, this is definitely my most favorite ink ever. It's Taccia Sabimidori, which is a part of Ukiyo-e Hokusai. This ink changes depending on the paper it is on, and it can go from the range of blue to green. It's amazing. I don't remember though in this paper, is it green or is it blue? Because if I remember in the Sunset Tomoe River and Tomoe River, it's green. And as it dries, I want you to look at this ink, and I hope it's visible enough that it dries from blue to greenish color. It's just so magical. I think I will take this moment to just look at the transformation, because even I myself enjoy this. Let's see if I can bring this up closer to the camera. And I really hope the camera picks it up just because it's so beautiful. Like you can really see it from the middle here until the outer part. It's just magical is the right word for it. So from here I can already see that on Yusari paper it leans more on the greener side, while on the Rhodia paper here it's much more blue. Oh, this ink is so good, just so good. If you have the chance to try this ink, I definitely recommend it. And even I only have a small bottle of it. Up until now, even though I already have a small bottle, I still consider whether to buy a bigger bottle or not, because this ink is just so great. Okay, if I were to look at it more than this, then I will not stop. So I will continue to the next one, which is Sailor Shikiori Rikyucha. This one is also kind of similar to Sabimidori in a way that it changes color from being dark to light and also in different paper. It also has some sheen on it, although it's not as dramatic as Sabimidori, but it is still a unique color by its own. Look at how wet it is. Now I'm starting to get worried that I cannot really show the uniqueness of this ink. Oh, here we go. There are already some lighter color part here. So as I mentioned before, Rikyucha is also very paper dependent. It can look brown or it can look green. So on this Yusari paper, it seems that Rikyucha is leaning more on the brownish side. Well, let me see if I can grab an example to show. I think it's on my last year ink. Yes, so on this ink log, this is weeks from 2024, so it was still using the old Tomoe River paper, and it looks greener here compared to how it looks on Yusari and Rhodia paper. This and this and this. It's also another magical ink that I am really glad that I can try. I think the only other magical ink that I know but I don't have in my collection yet is the Diamine Evergreen. I keep delaying buying that ink bottle as well, but maybe one of these days I really should. I like my collection of magical inks. Okay, second to last, it's my Colorverse Goryeo Celadon. This is an exclusive for BlueBlack store in South Korea. And it also have a quite unique shade of color. It's on the lighter side, so it's kind of similar to Ferris Wheel Press Moss Spark Green, but it is also legible and just so beautiful. I think I keep using that word today to explain all this green ink. I think it's limited edition, so I just write LA in it. Goryeo Celadon. I'm really grateful that I can get this ink. My friend offered to get an ink from BlueBlack and the South Korean stores when she went to South Korea, and I feel really blessed that I have this opportunity to buy these inks. So that's the Colorverse Goryeo Celadon. And last is my only shimmer ink in this category, and I think also the last shimmer ink. No, I still have another shimmer ink in other. This is the PENBBS 301 Cedar Pine Waving. It has tons of silver shimmer. I also got this ink from winning a lucky draw. And I am glad that I don't have similar shade of green, so it's quite unique of its own, even though it's shimmering, which really lessened the chance of me inking this ink. So probably the next time you see that ink, and if you see the ink level goes down, then probably I made way too much ink samples with it. So that's everything that I have for green inks. I will just quickly go through it like this so that you can enjoy it in peak. And this really reminds me that I should ink my ink bottles more often because I have all these cool green inks. Alright, so what do you think? Is there anything else in here that you have in your collection as well? Or any of these inks that you want to try? Let me know and see you on the next one. Bye bye!